Hello and welcome to this kind of new format for us. It's a short video explaining exactly one question in social media content marketing or blogging. And today's topic is going to be headlines. Headlines for your content that actually work. So first, let's talk about why you should actually care. The problem is with your content and your headline that a lot more people are going to see your headline, and if your headline is not working well with your audience, even less people are going to see your actual content. So you can have the best of all content, and if your headline sucks, then nobody's going to see it. So you should care about your headline. But what makes a perfect headline? It's much more to a perfect headline than get people to click on the link you share with that headline in social media. It's actually you want people to share your content and click on your content. Only then you have the chance of reaching a larger audience and have a lot of people viewing your content. So you want shares and clicks. How can you test how your headlines are actually doing? We recommend to use a tool you probably know from scheduling your updates in social media. It's Buffer. You can, for instance, tweet the same link with 2 different headlines and then simply compare the results. And you will probably see that one headline or tweet text works a lot better concerning shares, retweets, and clicks. And you should always aim for a headline that gets more retweets and shares. So you can use Buffer to learn a lot about headlines. There are some types of headlines that usually work really well. And you've probably seen thousands or even more of these headlines. Your Twitter feed or Facebook feed is probably flooded with list posts. They usually get a lot of shares and clicks, and the larger the number in the list, the more clicks and shares you often get. So list posts are usually a good choice for a headline. Another good choice is a how-to post, because we are almost always looking for information or answers to questions like, how do I do that, or how can I achieve that? So how-to posts usually run really well. And there's some more really great types of headlines you can see here. You can use best or worst types of headlines, or you can use predictions, trends, statistics, research. And the reason why statistics, research, and these types of headlines work really well is because numbers are really a power element of headlines. A lot of people like numbers. They're easy to grasp. You see a number and you know what it means. Numbers seemingly give proof to facts, and that's what people like about numbers and headlines. There are more power elements of headlines. They're actually power words and phrases. And the blog from Buffer analyzed a lot of power words and phrases and counted how often they are used in headlines that actually went viral. So you can learn from these lists of power words and just understand what kind of words can make all the difference in your headline. There's another element in a headline that can actually work really well for shares and clicks. That's surprise and curiosity. You should never, ever give all information in your headline, because why should people click on your content then if all the information is already in the headline? So hint at what you're going to deliver in the content, but never deliver the whole fact in the headline. Learn from some of the most shared headlines from Upworthy. So what does a perfect headline look like? You have to keep in mind that a lot of people get millions of headlines every day. We get headlines on Facebook, we get headlines on Twitter, we get headlines on the news pages we visit, and we get so many headlines we simply can't read all of them. So what we do is we skim them. Most of us read the first 3 words and the last 3 words, and that makes the perfect headline. When you want to have a chance that your audience actually reads all of your headline, make it 6 words. For different social media networks, the optimal length of a post update varies a little. It's shorter for Facebook than it is for LinkedIn. Keep that in mind when you decide on what headline you're going to use. So how should you go about creating your headline? Well, here's how Aberthy does it. Aberthy creates 24 different headlines. Why 25? Well, it's 25, not 24. Why 25? Because if you only create about 5 or 10, you can more or less come up with variations of the same type of headline, same idea for a headline. But if you're going to create 25 headlines, you really have to be creative. And you hopefully will come up with some really cool ideas. So create 25 headlines, choose the best 5, and then test these 5 headlines with Buffer, or if you want to, with the headline analyzer. Tools like CoSchedule, Headline Analyzer can help you to understand how well your headline is probably going to work in social media. They know all the facts I told you about in this short video. They know about power words. They know about power types of headlines. They know about the optimal length of a headline. So they can answer your question if your headline is probably going to work. So try a headline analyzer. Now, when you created the perfect headline, you probably still want more clicks and shares from social media. So why not check out our ebook, The Social Traffic Code? This ebook is for you if you want to learn how to get traffic and generate leads from social media, and you don't want to spend a fortune on advertising. So crack your social traffic code for only $14.99 and check it out on Gumroad. Thanks for listening and watching this short video. Hope you liked it, and see you next time.